So let's get started. And let's start by taking 3 deep breaths right now. Here we go. I hope you're doing this with me. Things are crazy right now, you guys. I hope everybody is healthy. I hope that you're staying home. I hope that you're able to slow down a little bit in the middle of all this craziness. Um, I was out earlier upgrading my equipment for these live streams. And it turns out that it's not just toilet paper that's been raided out of the stores. Webcams are also nowhere to be found. People are buying webcams like crazy. Um, that was surprising. I went to Best Buy. I went to a couple of Fred Meyers. I called a bunch of other stores. Webcams are gone, and that's because a bunch of people are having to switch to online things, online teaching, online visiting. Um, so that and toilet paper. But in any case, thank you for being here, everybody. Uh, some of you might have watched my inaugural live stream on Saturday that we're calling MYS Virtual Hangouts. And there was great response. That initial session was to sort of test the waters and also to engage Metropolitan Youth Symphony students as we deal with a bit of uncertainty regarding, what the next few weeks and months will look like. And also to listen to the music that we're going to be playing at our spring concert, which will happen. Dates are, we're working on dates. We're working on our season and trying to figure out what, the rest of this academic year is going to look like. Um, but we're excited about this concert, and whenever we get to it, I think it's going to be a really special celebration of the music that we're going to be playing and also of everybody on stage. And I mean, it just sounds so exciting to be in a theater listening to a live orchestra right now. And I look forward to that. So, the reason for this live stream that's happening right now is that I want to announce what we're going to be doing in the next few weeks. And, my social media feeds in the last few days have been full with lots of creativity, lots of people, and of course, a lot of my social media contacts are artists and musicians, and people are getting online. People are finding creative ways to perform, to share their music, and to keep people informed about what they're doing and how they're doing. So, this is what we're going to do. These MYS virtual hangouts are going to become a daily show that we do Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Our virtual hangouts. Uh, Actually, that should say, see, it says 4 to 6 p.m. on the screen. It should say 4 to 5 p.m. Let me fix that real quick. You guys, I'm figuring this out. I'm pretty new to this game, and I've learned a lot in the last couple of days. So hopefully, right now, you're seeing the correct time, which is 4 to 5 p.m. I've been thinking a lot about this, and I would like to create a space where we can all share together in these times. We have to be, isolated at home, social distancing, and I want to create a platform and a channel for all of us to come together and share something. And the format of these virtual hangouts that are going to happen Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 4 to 5 p.m. are going to be the following. I'm going to share a little bit about what's going on with MYS and our plans. And then for each of these shows, we're going to feature a special guest live on the air via Skype. They're going to call into the show, and these guests are going to share about what they're doing. Some of them will play a little music live also through Skype for everybody who's going to be watching. And we're just going to chat. And it's going to be uplifting. We're going to keep it light. What I imagine these shows will be is like a combination of NPR Tiny Desk concerts where there's a live performance element to it. A little bit of live from here, right? Then I'm going to be interviewing the guest artists. We're going to be talking about what they're passionate about, what plans they have, what exciting things they're doing. And also a little bit of wait, wait, don't tell me. So we might play games with the guests. And towards the end of the hour, also, I will take questions from viewers through the comment section of the YouTube feed. And then, in addition to that, and I should say also that these live streams will happen on the MYS YouTube channel. So this stream you're watching right now is on my YouTube channel. But starting tomorrow with our first guest, we're going to move these shows to the Metropolitan Youth Symphony YouTube channel. And in addition to the weekday shows from 4 to 5 p.m., we are also going to hold Saturday live streams that for now I'm calling rehearsal edition. And these live streams on Saturdays, starting on March 28th, will be directed specifically towards MYS students in all MYS ensembles. And they're going to be basically online rehearsals or classes in which we're going to find different ways to engage with the music that we will all eventually perform when things go back to normal, and they will go back to normal. So Saturdays times TBD. Still, we're still working on how we're going to structure this on Saturdays for MYS students. But they will also be open to the public, so you can watch those as well. And I find that watching rehearsals can be really illuminating. It's really interesting to see conductors work with students, in this case, through online means, and not necessarily, everybody playing their instrument at the same time in the same room. But we're going to explore different ways of doing this. The shows that will happen on weekdays will also they will be directed towards MYS students. They're going to be for young musicians. But I also think that, the guests that we're going to have are so amazing that anybody will find these really compelling. And with that, I want to move on to announcing our first round of amazing guests. And you guys, I know I'm so lucky to know so many really awesome people. I'm surrounded by amazing people, talented, hardworking, kind, compassionate, creative, energetic, inspiring people. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited to talk to so many of them, so many of you guys, as live guests on this show, Tuesdays through Fridays at 4 p.m. By the way, it's a great time for coffee. So maybe that's something you could do while you watch these. So let me reveal our guests. Starting tomorrow, 4 p.m. on the Metropolitan Youth Symphony YouTube channel, our first guest will be the one and only, the multi-talented, multifaceted Sarah Tiedemann. I'm so excited that Sarah is our first guest. She has a podcast and she does it all. She's an amazing flute player. She's the artistic director of Third Angle. She plays with professional orchestras. Super creative performing artist and just producer and creative. So she's going to be an amazing first guest to get things going. We'll talk to Sarah tomorrow about everything that she's up to these days and what she's excited about, and she might play a little flute for us over Skype. Okay, so that's Friday. Now, going into next week, our guest on Tuesday will be Portland's own Kenji Bunch. Uh, Kenji is just a legend. He's so amazing too. Uh, Composer, super cool guy, amazing violist. He is also. I love how he on social media shares what he's up to with his family and his two kids and with Monica. Um, as many of you know, I'm also, actually, it's gonna be almost 1 year that I've been a father. Alma's birthday is Saturday. So I really enjoy Kenji's posts about stuff he's doing with his kids, especially now that we're, in isolation. So I look forward to talking with Kenji also about his piece, Groovebox Variations, that NYS Symphony Orchestra is going to be performing at our next concert. So Kenji on Tuesday. Uh, on Thursday, March 26th, another person that I admire so much, and he inspires me so much, Joe Kai. All of these people are so amazing, you guys. Joe is a violinist and also super creative person, composer, producer, also a father. He has baby twins who I think must be maybe like 9 months old. Well, I'll ask him when I talk to him on Wednesday of next week. Joe has been a guest performer with the Metropolitan Youth Symphony. Uh, I believe it was last year, or maybe the year before. He curated and created a program with Metropolitan Youth Symphony's Misfits, our most advanced full orchestra, string orchestra, and our jazz ensemble. And he brought everybody together at Mission Theater. It was an unforgettable experience. So we were, you know, witnesses, first-hand witnesses of Joe Kai's pure magic. So I'm going to be talking with Joe Kai Wednesday, March 25th, also starting at 4 p.m. And our last week for our last guest for next week, for Friday, March 26th, is Gabriela Lena Frank. You guys, another amazing person, amazing composer. We at MYS have played her music several times. She has so many accolades, and she's such a spectacular person too. I'm a huge fan of how she uses her art and her music to promote things that are important to her. Social justice, environment. She is really a trailblazer and a very inspiring leader in the way she uses her art to advance really amazing causes. Not to mention her music is great and it's super fun to play. Uh, for our upcoming symphony concert, we're playing the third movement of her three Latin American dances, Mestizo Waltz, which also happens to be the last movement of her piece for string orchestra, Leyendas, which Misfits will be performing with Body Vox's JAG, Junior Artist Generator, their youth dancers. We're going to be doing that in the spring, or well, again, we'll see about dates, but Gabriela Lena Frank will be our guest on Friday, March 27th. And, after that, we'll have more amazing people. And actually, and I forgot to make a note, I guess I'll write this in the description of the video. I just touched my face. I'm not supposed to do that. That if you know anybody who you would like to see as a guest on this show, or if you would like to be a guest on the show and chat with me and maybe perform a little music live on Skype for all of our viewers, then send an email to production at playmys.org. Or if you have my email address, you can email me directly too. I'm very excited to talk to so many of you and to offer a space where we can all uplift each other through music, through art, through conversation in the coming weeks. Okay, so next thing I want to announce, and this is it's mainly for MYS Symphony Orchestra students, but I think it'd be kind of fun if other people also want to participate. And it's what I am calling, oh, there's applause here from my music stream. You know what? Let's go back. This is Debussy's La Mer, as many of you probably were able to tell. Let's go back and play it from the beginning because it's such an awesome piece. And let me get back to where I was. Okay, so I am excited to announce the MYS Remote Orchestra Challenge. And this is how it works. The Remote Orchestra Challenge. Mainly for MYS Symphony Orchestra musicians, but if anybody else out there wants to participate, I will not stop you. We are going to record Brahms' Hungarian Dance Number 5. Each musician will record at home with their phone on their instrument. They will record their assigned part based on MYS Symphony Orchestra seating assignments. And you guys are going to do this to a click track that I'm creating. It's sort of a conductor / click track that you can listen to on headphones on one device while you record the piece on a different device on video. And then you're going to send that video to me, and I will edit and mix all the individual videos into a full orchestra performance that we will all have created together. I will post a link to the click track, and the click track is going to be basically me also like talking into the mic, and maybe I'll use clavis or something to keep the beat, but I'll make it so that it's easy to play to that click track. And you'll send me your video, and then I'll mix the audio, and then I'll mix the video also in little windows with everybody playing, and maybe all of a sudden like the violas are featured, and then it's going to be super fun. And this will be the first ever MYS Remote Orchestra performance / recording. So it's definitely an experiment. There are lots of people posting stuff online using apps that allow you to record multiple tracks. Maybe a cappella is the name of one. But this will be that, except it's going to be like 100 people. So we'll see how long it takes. I will email MYS Symphony Orchestra musicians a link to the click track, and I will also post it on the description of this video if anybody else wants to send a video. I will also post information about where to send that video and how to do it. Okay? So, I think that's it. This was my announcement about our streaming plans and our really amazing guests. Again, Sarah Tiedemann on Friday, Kenji Bunch Tuesday next week, Joe Kai Wednesday, Gabriela Lina Frank Friday. If you know anybody you'd like to see as a guest, please email production@mys.org. If you want to be a guest, also email production@playmys.org. This is not limited to Portland people. Of course, I'm in Portland and we're celebrating uh, artists in Portland or with, a strong relationship with Portland, with the Portland art scene. Okay. And we'll see where this takes everybody. I mean, I would love to also talk to people in other arts, uh, other fields, because our students at MYS and all of us as musicians, we have a lot to learn from artists from other disciplines. So I would also love to talk to folks who do things other than music. And again, the idea is to share a little live music, keep it light and uplifting, and just spend time with one another. Um, One of my favorite things about our inaugural um, stream was just the comment section. People were commenting, and the comments were going by so fast that I could not keep up. I went back later and I read them, and it was really cool to see everybody so engaged. So I think that's it, everybody. So the best way that you could tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. is if you subscribe, and then actually, you should subscribe to the Metropolitan Youth Symphony YouTube channel. Subscribe to this one too if you want. But these virtual hangouts will happen on the MYS YouTube channel. If you just Google it, I'm sure you'll find it. Metropolitan Youth Symphony on YouTube, and we'll start tomorrow at 4 p.m. with our first official weekday virtual hangout with special guest Sarah Tiedemann. Feel free to leave feedback on the comments, or also you could email that email address I've said a bunch of times, production at MYS at playmys.org with feedback and ideas. So until tomorrow, this was Raul Gomez for the Metropolitan Youth Symphony with our virtual hangout announcement. Okay, thank you everybody. Bye.